David, welcome to Birmingham City. Promotion to the Premier League with Brighton and Hove Albion, but you're here. It's a big decision, a big move to make. Why did you do it?
I actually spoke to Harry, Kevin, Paul, and the chairman here, and the places that are trying to get this great club. I wanted to be a part of, and just the people that they're looking to build this squad around, and what they're looking to do. We've got everything here, the fan base, and they wanted to take this club back up to where it belongs.
Nevertheless, it must have been quite a wrench because you're a very popular figure at Brighton. Obviously, you helped the team get promotion, and Premier League football is on the horizon there.
Yeah, that's football. I was out of contract, and some things don't work out how you think they're going to work out. But I'm onto a new adventure. The fans at all the clubs that I've been at, I'll tell you that I give 100%, and I'm passionate about whatever I do, and this is my next passionate adventure. So I'll put everything I can into getting the club where they want to be again.
Mm-hmm. In your talks with Harry Redknapp, I mean, how did he sell the club? How did he sell the vision of what he's looking to do this season?
He actually said, have a look at how the fans reacted at Bristol. You know, I watched the video. You know, they're passionate. I looked at the fans singing, and that's part of me. I like to be able to feel something from the fans, because that's what makes a football club, and you don't get anything without the fans and giving back. So a big thing was his saying, I'm going to try and bring the fans back, get the fans back in place, get the right players I want, and the right team, and togetherness and strong mentality. And I was a player that he wanted to bring in with the strong mentality and to take us back up.
Obviously, that sort of thing appealed to you a lot then.
Yeah, definitely. He said all the right things, and wherever I go out, I always like to interact with the fans and to have a good voice, and hopefully we can get St Andrews rocking again.
What did you make of Birmingham City's season? It was an interesting one, to say the least.
Yeah, well, when they started, it was like it was on fire. You know, everyone was saying there's a chance going up, and then listen, it's not that you brought in a bad manager. It was just sometimes things don't click, and everybody knew that you had a good enough squad to be competing, but sometimes it doesn't happen. Like Brighton, in the first year I was there, it just doesn't happen straight away. And look, it's all good now that they stayed up, and they can build now and push on to what they believe where they should be. But listen, that's in the past, and you got to kick on from there and bring fans back in to believe, and keep that going throughout the season.
You were voted by your peers the best goalkeeper in the division. You've had Premier League clubs looking at you, England recognition in the squads as well. Are your peak years still to come though, do you think?
I'd like to think so. I've signed a long enough contract to be able to show people that. I think I mentioned to Harry I'd like to do it 2 in 2 years. So hopefully another peak season next year, and carry on from that. You know, you say that, but sometimes it can set you up on a pedestal, and people are looking to knock you down. So that's a point that I'm willing to prove, and I believe in myself if nobody else does. So, and obviously Harry and the board and the chairman here do.
Obviously, goalkeepers, only one of you can play between the sticks. There's a heck of a competition here now with your arrival. How do you view that?
Well, it is wherever you go. You come into places and clubs like this and Brighton. You're not going to be always the best there. But you got to prove to people. And I'll come in and whoever the gaffer thinks that should play. Then, but I will support whoever plays, and hopefully that's me.
As you mentioned, a couple of promotions, Brighton, Hove Albion and Hull City. What has a team got to do to get over that line? You know, what has a team got to do, and those individuals within that team?
It's just a strong mentality, really, because throughout the season somebody's going to doubt you, whether it be your own fans, other clubs, other managers maybe saying something that you're not good enough, or the mind games. You've got to take that out, and you just got to believe in your friends, your teammates, and take that forward. And you've got to always build on positive results, whether it be a 0-0 draw away from home. People are saying we should be winning them games. It's another point on the board. You've got to hit your targets. You've got to make a target. Sometimes I know clubs don't just see what happens. I feel you have to make a target, because there's something to work for, and if you're on that target, you always want to do better. If you're underneath it, you want to hit that target. If you're ahead of your target, you always want to stay ahead. So there's always goals and mind games that you play with yourself and your teammates, but the big thing is belief in your teammates. And I know a few of the lads here, so I know that there's good players here, hopefully I can add a little bit of quality as well.
You mentioned a couple of the players there, Clayton Donaldson and Michael Morrison, two you've played with.
Yeah, well, Mozart, I was at Leicester with, we won League One there, so that was another one. And Clayton was at York City. He was a star man, while I was just a bench warming goalkeeper at that time. He moved on to bigger, better things, but I know what he can do, and I'm looking forward to making amends and trying to get back into the Premier League with these fellas as well.
Modesty may permit you, but how would you describe yourself as a keeper? What are your strengths? What do you think you bring as a number one?
I'm quite vocal, as people would say. I'm quite calm in presence. I like to lead from the front, whether it means making mistakes or not. I'll always be honest. And my distribution is probably my best part of my game, and any part that anybody says that isn't, I'll try and work on anyway, you know. So it's not like I'm sat here saying I'm the best in the world or the best in this. Just because you get voted doesn't mean that you can stop improving and training on these things.
Just finally then, a message to the Birmingham City fans. I mean, you've committed to a minimum 3 years, the first major signing of the summer as well. How does that feel, and what would you say to those supporters who've had their eyebrows raised, I think?
I think everybody's, and nobody's a major signing, because it depends. Judge me at the end, because you can't say major signing if you contribute nothing. So I'd say give us a chance and let Harry and his team bring the people in who he wants to bring in, and keep coming back to St Andrews. And I've been there when they've been singing loud. I've got beat there a couple of times and they've been loud, so I'd like to hear that come the start of the season.